Hi friends, today for reading we are going to learn about the letter J. The letter J. Now we've talked about the letter J a little bit because our month January starts with J. And so I've told you about the sound that J makes, but just to review, it makes the J, J sound. So J, J. And see, we have a picture of J, J, jelly. So J only makes one sound because it is not a vowel, because some of our letters make two sounds, but other ones only make one, and J only makes one. So it's J, J. Say that sound with Mrs. Khalees. J, J. Awesome. And now we're going to learn how to write our capital or big J and our lowercase or little j. Now, the way that we're going to learn how to write the J is not like the one that Mrs. Khalees has pictured. So she's going to move this one off the board so that you don't get confused. And so we focus right up here, because after we're done with the lesson at the end, see, your J, you don't have the hat on top. So we're going to learn to write it this way. Okay? So again, our letter J sound makes J. To write it, we're going to start at this top solid line, and we're going to go straight down like we're writing a number 1, but instead of stopping, we're going to curve up to the left. So again, we're going straight down, and once you hit the bottom, you're going to curve up, kind of like when you write your number 5s. So we're starting up here at the solid line, going straight down and curving up. And you're not going to go past that dotted line. Do you see how my hook doesn't go past? And the J kind of looks like a hook. So you go straight down, curve up, just like a hook. Now, for your lowercase j or your little j, you're going to do the same exact thing, except we're starting at the dotted line. And you're going to go down, but you're not going to stop here at the solid line. You're going to keep going and hook. Okay, so you start at the dotted line, you go straight down, and you hook, and then you're going to lift up, and just like when we did I, you're going to put a dot right between the solid and the dotted line. You're going to have a little dot that floats there. So for your lowercase j, it's just like your uppercase or your big J. You go down past the solid line and hook it up, and then you're lifting up and putting a dot between the solid line and the dotted line. And we will review those again, but I am going to read the My J sound box, which these books, we always read these because they help us remember words or things that we use every day that possibly start with the letter J. So My J sound box. Little J had a box. I will find things that begin with my J sound, he said. I will put them into my sound box. But first, little J put on his jeans and his jacket. I will jump, he said. So he put on jeans, jacket, and he's jumping. All things that start with J. He jumped over the box like a jumping jack. Then he jumped into the box. I'm a jack in the box. Have you guys ever seen a jack in the box? They have like a little picture of a jack in the box. It's normally a box, and you turn it around, you turn the dial and it plays music, and then a little toy usually pops out. He jumped up. Little J jumped up a hill. I will jump like Jack and Jill. Oh, see, Jack and Jill. That's like another nursery rhyme. We didn't read that one though, but Jack is someone's name. He jumped down the hill. Then he saw a jack-o'-lantern. We saw those at Halloween and we talked about those. He put the jack-o'-lantern into his box. He did. Then Little Jay jumped until he saw jackrabbits. The jackrabbits were jumping everywhere. Did he put the jumping jackrabbits into the box with the jack-o'-lantern? He did. Then he jumped until he saw jays. Yeah, these birds are called blue jays, but in the book they're just called jays. The jay cried, "Jay, Jay, Jay!" Little Jay put them into the box with the jack-o'-lantern and the jackrabbits. Now the box was full, so Little Jay found a jeep. He put the box with the jackrabbits, the jays, and the jack-o'-lantern into the jeep and drove into the jungle. Just then, Little Jay saw a jaguar. The jaguar was about to jump on the jackrabbits. Little Jay held up the jack-o'-lantern and the jaguar jumped away. Little Jay caught the jaguar. He took her to jail so she could not jump on the jackrabbits. Just then, Little Jay saw Jumbo the jolly elephant. "Jumbo is too big for my sound box," he said. Little Jay found a jet, a jumbo jet. It was big enough for the animals and everything else. So see, there's the jumbo jet, Jumbo the elephant, the jackrabbits, the jays, and the jack-o'-lantern. So there were lots of J words in that book. So let's go to our worksheet now. So we will review how to write our big and little J again. And then there's a space for your picture and it says Jack can jump. So you need to draw a picture of Jack jumping. So what that could look like is you could draw a stick person. And normally when you jump, your hands are up in the air. You could give him a little smiley face. And maybe he's jumping off of something. Like if you put stairs and he's going to jump off the stairs. So you could draw Jack jumping. You could draw yourself jumping. You could, and once you draw a person jumping, maybe you could add things that we heard from our book, like jackrabbits or jack-o'-lanterns, or maybe Jack has a jack-o'-lantern face. You can be creative. I can't wait to see your pictures, but let's review before we end today on how to write our J's again. So for our big or capital J, you're going to start at the top. You're going to go straight down and hook up. And then for your little j or your lowercase j, same thing, only at the dotted line. Straight down, hook up, lift up, and a dot in the middle between the solid line and the dotted line. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. I'll see you later.